Yeah, I'm looking at you. I say that because this episode is about being seen. A lot of people struggle with the idea of being seen. And you know what's crazy? Like, what's really crazy? The very people who should be seen, the very people who have the authentic knowledge and wisdom and understanding, they're not loud enough. They're not being elevated enough. They're not being seen enough. It's a lot of people with podcasts and mics telling you what to do, how to go, which direction to go, and they've never been through nothing. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it today. So, I'm not saying that you have to be a guru and an expert in something to really teach and talk about it, but you probably should. You probably should have experience putting out a fire to claim to be a firefighter or to teach somebody else how to be a firefighter. You probably should know how to swim and have swam in the depths of some ocean or off of a shore in the Gulf or even in somebody's pool at least 10 feet to claim to be a lifeguard or to show somebody how to be a lifeguard. You probably should. You probably should have gone through a little bit of life to claim to be able to tell someone how to live life and which direction to go. I'm just saying. Don't you agree? I mean, just think about it. Now, I would agree that children can be very wise. My greatest teacher was my child, my child. I learned things from him every day. And when he was very young, his veil was very thin. So he was able to still see much of the wisdom and feel much of which he came into this world with. He was able to process and understand things quicker than I was at his age. And it was because he wasn't raised in trauma and brokenness and things being unsettled. He was raised in a level, he was raised with a level of stability which kept him sane and balanced and protected. And a child who is sane and balanced and protected will show you their magic. They will show it to you. So I know that there's some children and young folks out there who are still within their magic and who are sharing, who are very wise beyond their years. But I also know that they still need guidance and wisdom and understanding, right? They may know something, but life is still going to test them because things are easier said than done. And until you really do it, sometimes you really don't get it. And then some people are smart where they don't have to go do it to get it. They can see somebody else do it and decide, ooh, that's not something I should be doing. Okay, I'm watching you dip and do, and I want to dip and do like that because I see that that's not something I want to do. It's just not, right? And it's okay to be that way as well. But what I'm talking about in particular are the people who are online today who are claiming that they know and they understand these things. And some people are siphoning from other individuals. And then some people are not using any individual thought. So to me, individual thought are things that come directly from you and your energy. Like for me, I'm writing a book right now where I'm going to have the concept of the flame leadership in there. And I'm going to have the concept of the 3 C's and phases of life in there. I'm going to have the concept of rolling issue awareness in there. These are all things that I have created. I'm going to have the concept of the bodily change paradigm in one of my books in the future, not the next one, but maybe the third book. That's a concept I created, I don't know, 12 years ago or 10 years ago. Whenever I was an adjunct professor, there was a time where I created that, right? These are things from my brilliance and my thoughts in my mind. And I don't believe in stealing nobody else's work. I may share something with you, I may talk about it, but I believe in creating something because of my experiences. And I have been through the fire. My name isn't Phoenix for nothing. I came through the fire, went through the fire, have gone through it multiple times, have gone through compounded trauma, and I still stand because I'm indomitable. And from those lessons is where I'm coming from in particular. So I don't tend to listen to people who haven't gone through anything or I'm unaware maybe of what they've truly gone through. It's like you could have hundreds of thousands of followers, as for instance, someone who's in your particular field. But if I find out that you've only been in that field for a couple of years, oh, you ain't even scratched the surface. You're just tapping into a trend. I need to know that you were in it and in the trenches for an extended period of time for me to believe that you've embodied what you're saying. You can just put out all the entrepreneurial facts of do this, do that, and do this. But until you have gone through being a true entrepreneur yourself and have won, I'm probably not going to sit around and listen to everything that you say because you're just selling me something to continue your own lifestyle versus giving me some truth and wisdom based off some experience or based off of what you know to be true based on observation and somewhat of close participation. See, I don't believe in just following things and following trends and following people just because they are making a loud racket right now. Who are you? Who are you? And I know you can always pick apart who somebody is online because a lot of people are lying online. I know people who are nothing like what they show online. And because I've worked with celebrities and I've worked with influencers and I've worked with athletes, I've worked with who and entrepreneurs, humanitarians, what may have you, of course, I've seen people in their raw form. And a lot of people are not what they portray online, but what they're saying and doing sounds good. And a lot of times, what they're showing you is not even accurate and real. Follow me now. So I say that we have to do our job at vetting and really looking at what we are looking at a little bit clearer. Vetting and looking at what we're looking at. Put a lens on what you're looking at, okay? And also open yourself up to be seen. Because I guarantee that there's some things about you that you're not sharing. There's somebody out there sharing something publicly that you know more about. There's somebody out there sharing something and in the forefront of a movement or something that you probably initiated, or you're actually the voice that should be out there, or you're a person who actually have the subject matter expertise to do this work that you're doing. Now, granted, some people don't want to be seen, they don't want to be out front, right? I'm like me, I'm a consigliere. I'm okay with talking and sharing, but I'm also really good at holding the crown of people. And I'm also really good at just being a leader of leaders, a queen of amongst kings and a queen amongst queens. I'm okay with doing that and I'm okay with being that. That's what works for me. I'm just now speaking publicly a little bit more because usually it was like you don't see me unless you see me on a stage, okay? Speaking in some way, shape, or form. But there's people out here who have the desire to be seen, but they fear being seen. They fear being shamed. They fear being ridiculed. They fear that people are going to see through them in some way, shape, or form. And sometimes they just fear that they are not who they have actually become. They have a little bit of self imposter syndrome, right? Put all that to the side. You are the one that needs to speak up with such expansive issue awareness that's out there. We are aware of so much in the world. We need voices to lift up and bring truth, and we need voices who actually have factual data, content, and narrative to move the human needle. And you may just be that person. So don't be afraid. I want you to sit around and think about, quick homework, 3 things that you can speak about today. And then I want you to just get on social media and push record. Just push record, baby. You got it. Come on. I just pushed it for you. I just pushed it for you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Phoenix Jackson, and you are listening to Unfolding Us.